Hello Achieng's babes, welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria Achieng. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Today I'm going to be discussing why I cut off my natural hair and I do not wear wigs. Now, I hope it is safe to have this discussion because I know when it comes to wigs and black women's hair, it can be a touchy topic. So I'm going to do my best to handle it with care while being clear about where I stand and what my journey is. Starting with point number one, I feel like at a point you need to be confident about your beauty and you cannot hide behind wigs. I feel like there are some women, there are some people who are hiding behind wigs. As in, without a wig, they don't feel like they've given their outfit or their look their best presentation. There are some people on their best days, they gotta put a wig on their head. They gotta put a wig on their head. And I'm sorry to say this, especially if you look at wedding days, the days people get married, a lot of black women are not wearing their natural hair. Not on their wedding, whether it's a legal wedding, traditional wedding, religious wedding, whatever wedding it is at the courthouse, black women are not wearing their natural hair on their quote-unquote most important days or important days. They are saying, for me to look like I did a good job or presented well, I have to wear a wig. I think that's very suspicious. I think there's something to be said about that. And if the argument is, well, I don't want to deal with my natural hair, I want something easy. Well, my question is, aren't there natural looking wigs? Like, aren't there wigs that mimic your natural hair? So why is it that's not typically an option that is reached for? Events and situations where people are saying they're presenting their best self. As black women, wearing our natural hair in our most important moments, that is like oil and water. They just don't mix. And for me, I think that there's something to be said about us not wanting to present our natural hair on the days on the days that are most important to us. I think there's something to be said about that because you will not see any other community doing that. Like, you just won't see other communities wanting to look like us on their most important days. Now, one thing people will say is, oh, everybody wants to imitate black culture, everybody wants to imitate black women. And I want to say this, only when it's for entertainment. People only want to imitate black culture when it's for entertainment, not when it's for anything serious, you all. When you look at other communities, when they are doing their important things, when they want to be taken seriously, whether it's within their culture, whether it's in the context of the Western culture or the Western eye, they're not trying to look like black people, only when it's costume and entertainment, when it's for kiki and laughs. So when people say, oh, we're the standard for culture, only when it's for entertainment. I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, for me, I think I wanted to be more comfortable and confident with my natural hair without wigs. When you can wear your natural hair or no hair, I think it affirms your confidence, because it's one thing to look good because you've done everything, and it's another thing to look good because you're not doing too much. And I think at this stage in life, I'm understanding beauty to be defined as what you don't have to do to feel beautiful. So there's the beauty, that's my rice cooker, please ignore. There's a beauty that you get to because you've had to do too much, and there's a beauty that you get to where it's effortless, you're not doing too much. And I'm working towards reaching the standard whereby it's like, I don't have to do too much. Like, this is me with minimal effort, intervention, and I feel like a 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of women can say that confidently. Now, there are many factors that play into that. I'm not here to play the blame game, but I'm just being very direct and upfront. And I feel like a lot of women hide behind wigs. Like, they can be a 10 out of 10 with a wig, but as soon as somebody snatches a wig out of their head, they look vulnerable, they look exposed, they look like their appearance has decreased. And that's a mindset shift that needs to happen. And I think it typically happens more readily when you see yourself naturally more often. There is an obsession with wigs. The obsession with wigs is indicative of other problems. Whether it's due to the individual or societal, we can talk about in another video, but it's due to a lot of bigger problems. So I just did not want to be hiding behind wigs. And another thing, There is no such thing as a natural looking wig in the context of the lace. We will always see the lace. I'm tired of people saying, oh, what lace? What? We see the lace. And most of you that gotta wear the wigs, and I'm not saying this is bad, y'all have to use filters. And I get it, because you gotta hide the lace. What lace? We see the lace every time, especially in person. We see the lace. When you wear a wig, no matter how much you've blended it or how much it has melted, in person, we can spot the lace as we're walking up to you. So a wig will always look wiggy, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think we gotta stop being delulu and act like, oh, this looks like it came out of my head. No, it doesn't. I can tell walking up to you that you got a wig on. You don't even have to tell me. I'm telling you, like, where'd you get the wig? And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's just be honest, though. Let's just be honest. And I just want to say this. I'm not against wearing wigs. I personally do at a point, if I still feel like this, I want to invest in high quality wigs. And when I do this, it's not to center my identity on wearing wigs, and it's not to prove a point to anybody, but I also know that people like versatility. People like playing with different looks. That's totally fine. I think that, though, there should be a mindset shift when you are wearing wigs, when you are, you know, doing things that just, you know, change your look. Just make sure that you're still grounded even when you don't have it. And I think a lot of people are not grounded with how they look and feel when they don't have a wig on. Like, a wig should not be what empowers you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's your more natural look that should empower you. And I know that it's a journey. So if you're not there yet, you can get there. And if you don't think that journey's for you, that's totally fine. This is to share my perspective. And even when it comes to beauty and makeup, like for me, I'm wearing makeup right now. I've been perfecting my makeup skills and strategy. But guess what? As I'm perfecting my makeup, I'm also working on my skincare. Why? Because my goal is to reach a point whereby my skin gets to a point where I don't feel a need to, you know, do makeup all the time when I'm going to more formal or more important events. One day I will be able to just put on my mascara, a gloss, out the door. You know, my hair is cut. You know, I got a nice, you see the part, you got a sharp part, bomb outfit, and I'm out the door and I'm a 10 out of 10, right? So whether it's hair, whether it's makeup, whatever it is, I feel like as long as you are also working on your natural state, your fundamental look, like how you look like without all of that, I feel like if you're going to be investing in buying high quality wigs, and wigs are worth $600, $400, I feel like it's also worthwhile to invest in your natural hair as well. You know, invest in appreciating your natural look as well. If you're going to be investing in makeup, also invest in your skincare as well, so that when you remove the makeup off, you're not feeling like you went down in terms of like how attractive you are. So all in all, I think this is a conversation that can be applied to many different things. And for the sake of this conversation, I'm gonna go back to talking about hair. When it comes to the argument of, oh, we don't wear wigs, or no, we wear wigs because it's a protective hairstyle. Okay, this is my question to you. Why is it that the wigs that we tend to pick are not natural looking wigs? And when I say natural, I mean in terms of imitating your hair's natural texture. Because we're living in a time now where you can get a middle part 30-inch bust down, but you can also get a natural looking wig that actually imitates your hair pattern. But what I'm seeing is a lot of people with the option of choosing a middle part 30-inch bust down and choosing a wig that actually imitates their hair, people are not gravitating to the wigs that reflect what their hair is naturally. So I'm like, if it was a conversation of, oh, we're looking to use wigs as a protective mechanism for our natural hair, then shouldn't there be diversity in the type of wigs that women are choosing? But there's a clear bias. They're staying away from one type of wig, which is the ones that are natural looking, the ones that have a tighter coil pattern, the ones that are more, you know, kinky, afro textured. People are not investing in those wigs. People are investing in the wigs that are more Eurocentric, right? And it's very clear that they're very centric, especially when they put it on your head. So I don't know, what is the priority? What is the value? Like, what is it that we're running away from, and why is it we're running to a certain look? Because it's very consistent across the board. So that is just something to think about. I don't necessarily know what everybody's answer is going to be on that, and it's okay for diverse opinions to be present. I'm not saying people should believe what I believe. These are just my thoughts that I'm putting out there. So as a whole, for me, I cut off my hair because I wanted to be more acquainted with myself naturally, and I also wanted to see what life would look like when I cut my hair. And to be very honest, once I cut my hair, I've gotten the most compliments on my appearance than any other hairstyle I've done. Wigs, braids, crochet, whatever it is. This hairstyle has given me the most compliments. Like and that's not what I expected. Not that I was doing this for public approval, but I did not go into the hair shop thinking, oh, when I come out, people are gonna see me. I did not think that at all. But one of the very interesting outcomes is that with this hair, people have been coming to me and like giving me compliments, unsolicited strangers, people I know. When I walk down the street, it's like a given at this point. And I'm like, wow. And people actually are like, oh my gosh, like you've given me, you know, courage to go and try this hairstyle. I've been so scared to cut my hair. I've been so scared to try a different, shorter look. But when I see you, it's so beautiful, and I'm so encouraged to try the same. So that is one thing I've noticed on my journey, and I did not anticipate that at all. But I will say for a fact that once I've cut my hair and I'm wearing my natural hair this short, it's very hard for me to view other hairstyles as attractive. I don't know what it is. I just feel like when I go from this hairstyle to another hairstyle, it's kind of a bit of a downgrade. Like this has been the biggest upgrade for me appearance-wise. It has been cutting off my hair and wearing my natural hair this short. So, but you know what? I'm not opposed to trying other things, because I know at the end of the day, we're women, we like to try different looks. So, but that's where I'm at right now. And also what I wanted to talk about is when it comes to hair and wigs, I just feel like if I'm to buy a wig at this point, I need something that will actually match my skin tone. I feel like a lot of the wigs complement lighter skin tones, because when you put a wig on a lighter skin person and you put it on a darker skin person, it doesn't blend as easily for the darker skin person. But for the lighter skin person, it's like they don't have to do too much. It just blends. So sometimes when I see the beauty stylists or wig stylists talk about, oh, it melts so well, I'm like, did it melt well, or did you just put a wig on a light skin, brown skin person and it just is a more natural match to their skin tone? Because if you put on a dark skin person, I'm trying to see, is the lace still melting? Is it blending still well? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as a darker skinned woman, when it comes to engaging with wigs, also making it complement your skin tone, it just takes a lot more work. And there are not many companies that actually tint the lace to match darker skin tones. And typically the ones that do that, they're higher priced. So there's a bias, I feel like, in the wig industry. I would love to see more wigs being tinted for dark skin tones. I should not be having to put foundation and concealer all on my lace to just make it work. Like, come on, we should be able to pay for this type of service. So that's my take. So my name is Victoria Achieng. Thank you for listening in. I look forward to your comments and thoughts below. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and I will see you next time. Bye.